Greater than Vrindavan is Govardhan because Krishna lifted this hill for 7 days and 7 nights. And greater than Govardhan, the topmost of all the holy places in the entire creation is Radha Kund. Why? Because Krishna bathed here in the molten form with Radharani. He is eternally situated, associated with Radharani here. So Radha Kund is considered the highest and the topmost place in the entire universe. So the pastime goes as follows. The appearance of Radha Kund in spiritual world. One time Radha and Krishna were sitting next to each other, and suddenly Krishna became overwhelmed with so much love of Radharani, and in that absorption of Radha, he actually took the form of Radha and the mood of Radha, and he started searching for himself and crying for himself, saying Krishna, 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 Krishna. अपने प्रेमी श्रीमती राधा रानी का इतना स्मरण हो गया कृष्ण को कि वो खुद का आभास भी भूल गए कि वो कौन है। तो वो राधा जी के स्मरण में कृष्ण का नाम लेने, स्वयं का नाम लेने लगे। एंड देन ही लेफ्ट इन द फॉरेस्ट। सीइंग दिस, राधा रानी saw Krishna so absorbed in her. She started thinking of Krishna so intensely that she acquired the mood of Krishna, and she started crying Radhe, 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 Radhe. So both of them started crying their own names, and Radharani also went in the forest in search of Krishna, but actually it was Krishna in search of Radha. So Radharani is searching for herself and Krishna is searching for herself. And meanwhile the gopis who were there associated, they got bewildered. गोपियां सोचने लगे कि अभी हमारा क्या होगा, ये दोनों चले गए, जिनके लिए हम सेवा करते हैं दोनों भी यहाँ नहीं है। Somehow gopis, they went into the forest and they searched Krishna and they found him. And they somehow or the other they requested Krishna to come back in his own consciousness. And Krishna came partially in his consciousness. And he saw, and he was told by the gopis that Srimati Radharani is not here, she is somewhere lost in the forest. So Srimati Radharani Krishna immediately started searching for Srimati Radharani. And when Krishna found Radha, he saw her, and he saw her condition that she was crying Radhe, Radhe, just in the mood of Krishna. Seeing that, Krishna again went back to his mood and started crying Krishna, Krishna. And it is described, both of them, although they are always together, but they were experiencing separation from each other. And in the desire to be united eternally, Krishna, while chanting Krishna, Krishna, his body melted and became liquefied. And Radharani's body also melted and became liquefied. And both the liquids, they met each other in eternal union. हमेशा के लिए, कभी वो दो जो स्वरूप थे वो हमेशा के लिए एक हो गए पानी के वो लिक्विड फॉर्म से. So then Krishna immediately told Radharani, your liquid form will now be known as Radha Kund. And Radharani told to Krishna that your liquid form will be known as Shyama Kund. So this is how Radha Kund and Shyam Kund, they coexisted in spiritual world just next to each other. Krishna melting as Shyam Kund and Radharani melting as Radha Kund, and both of them meeting each other. So actually it is not Krishna who melted as Shyam Kund, it is actually Radharani, because Krishna was actually thinking like Radha. He was meditating like Radharani. He felt himself like Radharani, and Radharani was crying Krishna. So it is actually, in one way, it is Radharani who melts into Shyam Kund and Krishna who melts into Radha Kund. Or it is either way also is true. Srila Prabhupada would say, our Acharya say, that the waters of Radha Kund are actually the molten liquefied form of Srimati Radharani, personified. ये राधा जी का स्वयं पानी का एक स्वरूप है. it is same as Radharani. So it is explained, it's a beautiful story how the same Radha Kund and Shyam Kund appeared on this planet. When Krishna requested Radharani to come, he had requested three things. She had requested three things: Vrindavan, Govardhan and Yamuna. So if Govardhan comes, naturally Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, all these places come. But these places, they manifest in certain way. ऐसे वो अचानक ऐसे जादू की तरह नहीं, लेकिन वो भी जब भौतिक जगत में भगवान आते हैं तो एक लीला स्वरूप रचते हैं. तो कंस जो थे वो कृष्ण को मारने के लिए अलग अलग असुर भेजते थे. एंड वन ऑफ द डीमंस ही सेंट वाज अरिष्टासुर. नाउ अरिष्टासुर वाज अ ह्यूज बुल, एंड इट इज एक्सप्लेन्ड द साइज ऑफ अरिष्टासुर वाज मैसिव. Arishtasur's height was so high that his hump, वो जो बुल के पीछे होता है ना, that hump would actually touch the clouds. Clouds के ऊपर चला जाता था वो. When you fly in your planes, your flight goes above the clouds. The hump of the bull would go above the clouds, and it is explained some of his horns, only a partial of his horns could be seen because other horns would be in the clouds. That was the height of the bull. And when Arishtasur would actually sniff, करता है ना बुल, भैंस और ये ऐसा. When Arishtasur ruled like that, the cloud would start moving in all directions. So that was his height, and that was the power and the size of Arishtasur. Such a deadly, massive bull. So Arishtasur one time, he disguised among so many cows and he planned to kill Krishna. Krishna immediately realized that Arishtasur is present here. So Krishna, although he knew who is Arishtasur, he wanted to invite Arishtasur to expose himself, that Arishtasur should come. So he started insulting, "You wicked demon Arishtasur, you are here, I know. If you have any guts or courage, you just right now appear in front of me." And Arishtasur appeared out of anger. He felt that who is insulting me like this so badly? And he appeared in front of Krishna. And seeing Krishna, although Arishtasur was so huge and Krishna was so small, Krishna was not scared at all. Seeing Krishna, Arishtasur was incited with anger. And he just wagged his tail. With his tail he moved so many clouds and he started running towards Krishna. Just imagine right in front of you, this open place, there is a huge bull who comes. हम लोग एक रास्ते में छोटे छोटे बुल से डर जाते, इतना बड़ा बुल. And Krishna is just young. And the bull comes running towards Arishtasur. Krishna just catches him by the horn and he just throws him on the ground. Again Arishtasur tries to attack. Krishna picks up Arishtasur and again he throws him on the ground. Arishtasur's eyes bulge out of his socket and Arishtasur dies. When Radharani and the gopis see that Arishtasur is killed, Radharani teases Krishna. She says, "Krishna, you have killed a male cow. Now you have killed a male cow, you have to take bath in the Ganga." So Krishna said, "Why should I take bath in the Ganga? All the holy places will come here right now." And Krishna calls all the holy waters. So the place where Arishtasur was killed, that place, so actually Krishna, after killing Arishtasur, when Radharani requested, it is mentioned that Arishtasur was killed somewhere here in the place of Radha Kund waters which you see here. So Krishna was just right next. What he did was, with his heel, he hit the ground and the ground created some dent, and then Krishna invited all the holy rivers. He said, "Why just Ganga? You mention any water, all the holy waters will come." And all the holy waters came and they appeared in that kund right behind you. You can see in the partition of this pathway. So on the right side is Shyam Kund. So that is how all the holy waters appear in Shyam Kund. So actually the holy waters appear, but this is actually the original Shyam Kund of the spiritual world. When it comes here, it comes through such a pastime. मतलब भगवान भी जब प्रकट होते हैं तो एक लीला के द्वारा प्रकट होते हैं. लेकिन वास्तविक रूप में उनका स्वरूप ऑलरेडी पहले से ही निश्चित है वहां पर. Now when Krishna, after bringing this here, Krishna tells to Radharani, because you have supported a demon, therefore you have become impure, so you need to take bath in holy water. So now you go and take bath in the Ganga. So Radharani said, why should I go and bathe in the Ganges? So here Adishtasura was killed and there was a dent created in the ground. So what Radharani did was, she and all the gopis, Lalita, Vishaka, all of them, they broke their bangles, and with their bangles they started digging the ground. So that place is right at the center of Radha Kund. अभी कुछ 2-3 साल पहले ये जब पूरा कुंड खाली किया था साफ सफाई करने के लिए, तो एक छोटी सी एक इसमें बीच में जगह है, एक कुंड है, कुंड के बीच में बराबर बीचों बीच. दैट इज नोन एज कंगन कुंड, क्योंकि कंगन के द्वारा उसको खोदा गया था. So Radha Kund, Kangan Kund, more or less the same place. And then Krishna requested, where you will get the water from? I can give you water if you want. I will provide you the water. So Radharani said, no, I will get water on my own. So meanwhile, all the holy rivers who were just right at Sham Kund, they knew that this is a transcendental argument between Radha and Krishna. But for us, to serve either of them is our great fortune. So all the holy rivers appeared and requested Radharani that please give us a privilege to be part of your Kund. And Radharani then accepted, okay, no problem. And that's how the waters of Sham Kund then entered Radha Kund. So although Radha Kund is there, Sham Kund is there, still both the waters are connected. And therefore you see this, at the staircase there are some gaps. So actually Sham Kund and Radha Kund are actually mixing. They are always mixing each other. That is the appearance of these places here. Srila Prabhupada, when he brought first his disciples here, he was very, very particular of this place. Because Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas consider this place non-different from Srimati Radharani. Stepping on the water is like stepping on the body of Srimati Radharani. And stepping on Sham Kund is like stepping on Krishna's body. So except for certain particular days, and on occasions when one out of devotion and love with great understanding of philosophy, only in that condition one is allowed to enter the waters, that too only to take 3 dips and come out of it, and not play any frivolous pastimes in the water. No sporting allowed here. Because in Vrindavan you get 1,000 times more benefit, and one offense means you get 1,000 times more offenses for one mistake. That is such a place here. It is not like Mayapur and Jagannath Puri. Mayapur and Jagannath Puri, everything is merciful, forgiveness and mercy. Here it is 1:1. Good things you get good, bad things you get intensely bad. So therefore, Prabhupada would always say, don't take this relationship of Radha and Krishna very cheaply. It is not a mundane affair. Prabhupada was very hurt when he saw some of his disciples after entering the water, they were splashing water on each other and swimming. So since then, he actually disallowed. He said, unless and until somebody has a proper understanding, one should not enter. Because if we take this place cheaply, potentially we are destroying our spirituality for eternity. There is no other hope. No one can save us. It's a direct offense against Srimati Radharani. This Kund had actually appeared on the day of Ashtami of Kartik month, which is happening on the 7th of this month. At 11:45 p.m. the entire pastime took place, and exactly at 11:45 Radha Kund manifested, where Radharani dug the Kund and all the waters appeared. So on the 7th, just after a couple of days, we are living on 6th, on 7th midnight, there will be thousands and thousands of devotees who come here. This is the only holy water in the world where people come in the midnight to take, to bathe. So some of the devotees also who would be here, they may participate. Sarvabhaum Prabhu will participate. So let us take his dust afterwards. So that day is called as Bahulashtami, the appearance of Radha Kund. So lakhs and lakhs of people. There is practically no space. It's like Jagannath Puri on that day, midnight. So such is the place here, Radha Kund and Shyam Kund. Our Acharyas explain the meaning of Radha. Radha means one who is most expert in worship, Aradhana. So Radha comes from the word Aradhana, one who is most expert in worship. Who is most expert in worship to Krishna? Who can be? So that is Srimati Radharani. And it is described the meaning of aparad. When we commit an offense, what does Radharani signify? Worship, the most expert worship towards Krishna. And aparad means, technically it means offenses. जो हम बोलते हैं ना अपराध हो गया, offense हो गया. But what does that offense mean? Aparad means one who is distanced from worship to Srimati Radharani. हम जब अपराध मतलब राधा अपगतः, मतलब श्रीमती राधा रानी की सेवा से हम दूर चले जाते हैं या हमें दूर किया जाता है. हम कृष्ण की कितना भी सेवा करें, कभी हमारी सेवा सीधी तरह से पहुंचेगी नहीं, क्योंकि हम तुच्छ हैं और वो अपने प्रिय भक्तों के साथ है. एक केवल राधा जी वो व्यक्ति है जो हमारी सेवा कृष्ण को पहुंचाती है. तो जब हम अपराध करते हैं तो हमारी सेवा राधा रानी की तरफ की ही खंडित हो जाती है. तो अपराध मीन्स राधा अपगतः, टू बी डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम द वर्शिप ऑफ श्रीमती राधा रानी. इट्स अ वेरी वेरी सिवियर डेफिनेशन. सो वन शुड ऑलवेज मेडिटेट on these wonderful pastimes which have taken place here. In fact, it is beyond our comprehension. हमारी समझ के परे है. हम तो जो बड़े आचार्य ने जो कहा है वो ऐसे तोते की तरह बोल रहे हैं. But to fathom is very very difficult. But in this month of Kartik, somehow we are here on this day. So we will offer some prayers. This place is not just of this kund. There are so many holy places around this area. Actually, devotees perform one-day parikrama of Radha Kund, where they visit so many places. Just right in front of you, you can see people offering lamps under some kind of shade or temple. So that place is Raghunath Das Goswami's Samadhi. We were discussing Sanatan Goswami is our Sambandha Acharya, Madan Mohan DT. Remember the first day? And then we described about Abhideya Acharya, Rupa Goswami, that is Shri Govind, Radha Govind Mandir. Radha Govind Mandir we will be visiting tomorrow in Vrindavan. And then Radha Gopinath Mandir, which was made by Raghunath Das Goswami, who is our Prayojan Acharya. Acharya who teaches us when you are totally pure how to do bhakti. Right now we are doing bhakti at the level of Sambandha. We have not even identified our relation. When we become totally pure, then the mode of bhakti changes. So Raghunath Das Goswami is the Prayojan Acharya. He was residing here. On the right is his Bhajan Kutir, and just in front of him within that temple is his Samadhi Mandir. So there he would constantly, 24 hours a day, he would be just chanting this one holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The 5 Pandavas are supposed to be residing here in form of 5 trees. Oh side. So just behind the temple there are these 5 trees who are the 5 Pandavas who are supposed to be residing here. So there are many holy places here. Someday if you are fortunate, फिर किसी दिन हम जब आएंगे केवल राधा कुंड की परिक्रमा करेंगे पूरा दिन और अलग अलग जगह पर कथाएं सुनाएंगे. तो ये है यहाँ की लीलाएं. अभी पुजारी जी हमसे पूजा कराएंगे आप सभी से, तो आप वो जो मंत्र बोलेंगे आप करके इनकी पूजा करेंगे. हम में से कोई भी व्यक्ति पानी में हमारा पैर नहीं डालेगा. आप दंडवत कीजिए.